Hi, my name is Henry, and in this video, I'll share with you the 3 cons of being a product marketing manager. And make sure to watch till the very end because I'll share some solutions to these cons. The first con of being a product marketing manager is that no one understands what you do. And this is because product marketing is a new field and not a lot of people know about it. I can say from my own experience that when I left Google, I've always had to explain what my role is and how I can add value. What ends up happening is that I would do these internal roadshows with the product team, the sales team, and sometimes even the marketing team to explain what I do as a PMM and how I can help each team with their goals, whether that be driving revenue, increasing marketing qualified leads, or just bringing customer insight. And this is funny because it's almost like being hired for a job that no one knows about except your hiring manager and maybe your CEO. And this is challenging because when teams don't know what you do and how to work with you, you always end up having to prove yourself first before being trusted to do more things. The second con is that you can't please anyone. And this is because the product marketing role is a very cross-functional role. You end up working with the product team, the sales team, the marketing team, and the C-suite team. All of these teams have very different objectives, and sometimes those objectives conflict. For example, the sales team and the product team tend to have very different ideas on how to sell the product. The sales team, their goal is to drive revenue, and what they care about is to close deals. This means overselling the product so that the customer would buy. On the other hand, the product team is very technical. They want to be able to build the best product with the right expectations. And this means being more conservative on what the product can do and cannot do. What ends up happening here is that as a PMM, you often have to find a middle ground where you're still selling the product that exists today, but at the same time, you're selling a vision that you want to get the customers to be excited about. And this often means not pleasing the product team because they feel that you're overselling, and also not pleasing the sales team because they feel like you're underselling. That is a challenge of working with cross-functional team and being in a role where you can only influence and not manage. And if your stakeholders aren't aligned, it'll be hard for you to work with them in the future. The third con is that your business impact is not clear. As a product marketing manager, your key metrics aren't as close to revenue as the other teams. For example, the sales team have revenue targets, number of deals, number of customers, the average deal size. All of those numbers are as close as possible as you can get to revenue. Then you have the product team that actually builds the product, and they can say, we are building a product to drive adoption, increase customer retention, and this is the product that people are buying. They are also very close to revenue because at the end of the day, that is what people are buying from your company. But however, as a product marketing manager, your closest metric might be marketing qualified leads. That is one step further away from revenue than the sales team. Or you might have a metric of increasing customer retention or increasing customer adoption through certain customer insights, but that is also one step removed from the implementation side, which is on the product side. As a PMM, your business impact is not as clear as the other teams. As a result, your value isn't as clear as someone who's in a sales role or a product role. Just to recap, the 3 main cons are 1, no one understands what you do. 2, you can't please anyone. And 3, your business impact is not clear. Now let's jump into some solutions on how to tackle each of those. For the first con, which is no one understands what you do, what I found that was helpful for me in the past was that in addition to doing roadshows internally to help educate people about product marketing, it's also very helpful to create documentation internally, such as an internal wiki about product marketing, share your OKRs, your objectives and key results, so people can see what your goals are and what your deliverables are, so that they know what value you actually bring to the organization. Another thing that I found that was helpful was also implementing product marketing training and onboarding processes for new hires. What I did was I created short videos and even some small quizzes that was integrated to the new hire onboarding process so that anyone who joins the company would also learn about product marketing and how they can best work with me. This is helpful because now not only do I have the live training, which I did internal roadshow, I also have documentation on the internal wiki that people can always reference back to if they forget what product marketing is. And then I also have product marketing in the onboarding process so that new hires know how to work with me. And this way, the organization as a whole will learn more about product marketing and my value will be more clear-cut. As for the second con, which is not being able to please everyone, the solution to that is to reorient everyone back to the customer. So what I found helpful in the past was that instead of trying to take sides, such as, hey, I think the product team is right, or hey, I think the sales team is right, the best approach is to reorient everyone back to the customer in the context of the business. Instead of saying, hey, should we do this thing or not, we should think about how would the customer feel about this and how does this impact the business as a whole. This way, you're rallying everyone around a common cause to solve a common problem instead of pitting people against each other. This is helpful because once I was able to orient everyone back to the customer in the context of the business, we tackled the problem together as a team, and we also were able to see things more clearly from the customer perspective. This is where customer personas and customer journey mapping is really helpful because it gives everyone that added context in terms of what the customer pain points are, how they discover, and how they buy. For the third con, which is your business impact, the best way to tackle that problem is to align your OKRs, or objectives and key results, as well as your metrics as closely as possible to the top company OKRs. For example, a company OKR might be to increase revenue, and then the product team and the sales team would have supporting OKRs to increase revenue. So what you can do as a PMM is to, one, identify that OKR at the company level that you want to align yourself to, and two, align yourself to the closest metric as possible to revenue. If the sales team, they care about generating revenue from net new prospects and also converting them into customers, what you can do is you can align your metrics to generate more sales qualified leads and also to increase conversion rates by creating sales enablement collateral to handle the top customer objections. On the product side, the metric could be increasing user adoption and increasing user retention. There, you can think about some user insights that you can bring to help inform the product roadmap on what new features to build to increase user adoption and to reduce churn. You can do this by doing customer interviews, both qualitatively and also quantitatively, and bringing that back to the product team. This way, you can make a case for yourself as an invaluable asset to both the product team and the sales team in helping to achieve the company goals. That's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and comment below on what other videos you want to see. Till next time, see you.